Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. Big time, lot of slime. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me, yeah. Big time, big time, big time.
Welcome to episode 410 of Fourth and Jawn. I'm Gail Saunders here with Evan Hollywood Hearn, and today we're talking some news. I mean, Howie does not let people sleep around these parts of the earth.
He's relentless.
Sweat is staying, and Kenny Pickett trade is what we are talking about today. Now, if you guys have been on socials, you'll immediately saw that Ian Rappaport tweeted out Eagles pass rusher Josh Sweat is staying in Philly. Sources tell me he's agreed to terms on a restructured contract, which is about $10 million right now. He has incentives up to $13 million. So obviously he's got his guaranteed money. Or now the other question that Eagle fans are now asking, what does that mean for Hassan Reddick? Now, I feel like we're up in the air. I mean, how are you feeling, Ev?
To be honest with you, I don't know what to feel about the Hassan Reddick situation right now. There was one straggler tweet out there that is maybe saying that we're going to be able to work it out. But other than that, I don't know. The money situation is looking a little bit tight right now, but Howie Roseman, like we were saying last night, is a wizard. I wouldn't be surprised if he was able to get it done, to be honest with you.
I think if you're talking about going all in, and
That's what all signs are pointing to right now.
If you could work something out with Hassan, and then that frees up more money, because right now he has got the biggest cap hit on the team. So if you can break that down, that gives us a little bit more money, and that could potentially mean, he's throwing more money somewhere else. That would be nice. Now, we thought today was just going to be a relaxing, chill day. Howie does Howie things. And we have now signed a Eagles fan. You might be confused a little bit, but this guy, Kenny Pickett from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Small hand clap.
Clap it up for him. Also, an Eagle fan. Now, it's funny, shout out to Chris Malley. Me and Chris Malley ran into Kenny Pickett at the Senior Bowl 2 years ago, and he talked about he was invited to come see the Eagles play with his dad. They found out, they knew he was an Eagles fan, but
right.
The fact that he was actually talking about the Eagles like an Eagles fan, so it was interesting. I know Chris Malley got a photo with him after we had spoke with him. But it's just interesting the fact that, I actually on a couple pods ago, I talked about the same scenario about bringing in the backup quarterback via trade, and then the lower cap hit, which is probably nothing compared to bringing in other veterans. I mean, he does have some starts under his belt. How did you feel immediately when you heard about the trade?
I honestly feel like a lot different than a lot of other people. When that news initially hit the timeline on Twitter, there was a lot of people. It felt like we're not too happy with Kenny Pickett. We're not too happy with us going and getting him. I think that it's not much of a talent difference, honestly, than Marcus Mariota. I think that it's a guy that is still young and moldable, and he was a first round pick. I mean, I think it's kind of wild that after trading for Russell Wilson, and the collapse that he had in Denver, that the Pittsburgh Steelers are so willing to move on from their first round guy from just a few years ago. So it's not like I think that Kenny Pickett is at all going to cause any controversy with Jalen Hurts, but I think it's a good backup to have.
Now, I am bringing in his contract so you can see it for yourself, what that looks like. Shout out to Spot Track. So his contract right now looks like this. This is his contract. So we're in the 2024 season. His base salary is $1.983 million. So his cap hit,
we're looking at less than $2 million.
for a backup quarterback. Now,
Yep.
originally when I talked about this scenario, I was mentioning kind of like, I was like, hear me out. If you're going to trade for Justin Fields and you wanted a quarterback with upside, just in case Hurts got hurt,
Right.
no pun intended. But I'm just saying, everyone was like, I don't want the controversy. But again, does it make you feel better that now you have, this is the same scenario I was talking about, but here we are with Kenny Pickett. So does that make you, from a football standpoint, I'm just saying, does it make you feel better that you have a lesser?
It does, Gail. You have to understand, as I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan that just went through this. I think that Jalen Hurts is built completely, both physically and mentally, different than Carson Wentz. However, I still have an open wound from that entire situation where we had what we thought was the franchise guy, and then all of a sudden, this new guy comes in and kind of, people started asking for him after Carson started struggling. So I've seen it happen before in recent years since we've won a Super Bowl. So yeah, I bringing in Justin Fields to me just seemed like as soon as Jalen Hurts makes his first mistake of the year, people are going to be starting the Justin Fields train. Kenny Pickett, I don't think he's going to get that type of hype that is going to be chomping at Jalen Hurts' heels. While I still think Kenny Pickett is a solid backup. I think it's a win-win.
It's
Nick Foles wasn't Justin Fields, talent-wise.
Yeah, but
flash in the pan.
My thing is, I'm just thinking about the betterment of the team. But I guess the controversial side of it really does stand out with some Eagle fans. Like the number one thing I'm hearing from people, I didn't like the controversy. That would probably be brought if you brought him in here. But again, Marissa says she's excited. She likes the pickup. Davon is talking about we got to keep we got to keep Reddick. I feel like
you'd be moist gang, bro.
That's man. I got memes ready, locked and ready to go
on deck.
For this Howie thing, for this Howie move. So I feel like Howie's gonna keep Reddick because it does open up more money. It will open up more money.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, opening up more money. What did you have in mind? Another safety or something?
I don't know.
Little.
See if they let Simmons out there marinate for a little bit, see he's not going to get what he wants. That would be interesting.
You extend Devontae. Would you be able to stretch that money out over the extension and potentially drop our cap hit with him as well?
I definitely think we extend Devontae, but I think Devontae's seeing what people get paid out here too. Calvin Ridley got paid.
Calvin Ridley did get paid. He's gonna get paid more than Calvin Ridley, I think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. But I think that move is probably next. I am waiting for this sign news.
You said to see a quarterback out there with two gloves.
Yeah, there's that Burger King commercial where the guy's like, "Hey, I have small hands." I was at being at the Senior Bowl. All the news.
You shook his hand at all?
I did not. I did not shake his hand. I looked at the hands, but
you were peeping the hands
when they had the hand measurements go out. Everybody was the news, all the rage of like, he's got small hands, and I was like, God, this guy must feel like all these scouts looking at his hands like this is weird.
Yeah,
definitely weird. Definitely Pickett is cheap and young.
Mariota, as Mark Bird is saying, was $5 million last year. So we're talking about a guy that less than $2 million. Frugal gang. But
this is how Howie works. I mean, being a frugal guy like yourself, you should be excited about that. I think people are going to be interested to see how excited Prime is for these moves.
What's up, boy?
How you feel about these moves?
Oh man, today's just been nonstop. I mean, apologies for last night. It was a real long day, long weekend. Once I got home, I was drained. So I take a nap. Shout out to the wifey for letting that be possible and everything. So I get up and then I see the Devon White news. I'm like, holy shit! And then I'm seeing all the messages that I missed, and then it's all leading into what's going on today. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited about the moves that's being made today. Today's definitely popping. Still a little bit confused about the whole Pickett pickup, but hey man, right now we're all on board with the and Howie we trust. Am I correct?
Let's we were just talking through it. We are Team Frugal Gang. I think I'm rubbing off on Howie, or Howie was rubbing off on me. Howie was there before I was. So I'm gonna say that less than $2 million in a cap hit for Kenny Pickett and a backup QB. Does that not move the needle at all for you, Brian?
Yeah, man. I mean, for sure. Because like I started looking at some of the breakdown. Because I mean, again, we were getting all mixed messages, and that's where a lot of the frustration was coming into. But as you see, the actual facts to the whole trade, it looks like that the Steelers are picking up the majority of the bill, and we're only going to go ahead and pretty much have to handle the scrap of it. So I like it. It's not really much of a hit on us. And, yeah, we're looking at future picks in the 2025 and that, we're giving up the third on this year's draft. But, hey, it is what it is, man. And, yeah, with the savings that we're going to be making out of all this, there's a couple of other moves that looks like might be in the works, or at least we're hearing. So, hey, bro, I'm excited, man. I feel like we're dreaming. Somebody pinch me, like I don't know. This shit is it's just going too smooth. It really is.
Here's some numbers here. Adam Schefter said the trade terms per his sources. Steelers get pick number 98 and two. Steelers get pick number 98 and two 2025 7th round picks. Eagles get Kenny Pickett and number 120. He said this is similar value that Washington got for Sam Howell. So
not bad. I mean, I don't think you're giving up a ton. Giving up that third is kind of brutal, but getting the fourth back in return.
Do you think Howie moves back in a second?
On the low, what?
You think Howie moves back in a second to recoup?
I mean, it's a possibility, but can I ask y'all a question before y'all even answer that? Like, I mean, with the facts of the moves that we're making in this, in the free agency, like, is that really affecting us? I mean, like, is it kind of like leaving us at ease to be able to make a move like that, or no matter what, like, is it really a damage to us?
What, that trading that third?
Yeah, I mean, like the fact that we're making all these, great moves in the free agency is like, do we really have to pay attention to that? I mean, I feel like we still have quite a bit in the draft that we can focus on.
Yeah, I mean, we do have the first and then the 2 seconds. So
right,
people,
that's what I'm saying. Like, is that third, like, technically, is it really hurting?
I mean, for a draft geek, you're like,
yeah. I mean, going from day 2 to day 3,
I mean, day 1's always the exciting day. 2 and 3, yeah, for draft geeks such as Gail. Yeah, I can see it being a hurt piece.
David says, don't forget, we also have 4 comp picks. We have plenty of opportunity to trade back into the third round.
It's true.
So, I mean, my thing is, Howie's going to Howie, I expected him to do something. And again, I mean, I wouldn't have mentioned the last couple pods ago about the same scenario. Like, for them to get a cheaper, I didn't want to pay, I actually wanted Jacoby Brissett. A more experienced backup.
Yeah, but he was already.
He signed with the Pats. But I mean, what we're paying for.
So you wanted Justin Fields or Jacoby Brissett?
I'm just saying it would have been if they were willing to put him on the street. Yeah, obviously I wouldn't mind having
if they were willing to put who on the street.
Fields. If they cut Fields, like, obviously they're not gonna. They knew he had value, trade value. But I'm saying, but we did, and we just made a trade. So
yeah, I mean, it's like I told you on Tuesday. I wasn't for the whole Justin Fields. I'm out on that one because I just didn't want no more drama, man.
I'm waiting on this analytic news.
There goes Pete.
Well, my thing is like, it's funny that they said that Pickett wanted out, right?
Yeah. I mean, ever since the Russell news came in, he wanted out supposedly, right?
And I feel like, do you feel like, again, do you think Hurts would be the same way as a Wentz?
No, I don't think he would. I don't think he would break down mentally the same way that Wentz did.
Well, would you feel offended?
I will say that
someone?
I'm saying that the fan base would definitely be willing to jump to Fields quicker than I think they would Pickett. And so while I think that Hurts has the mental makeup to not, break down like Wentz did, I will say that the voices might keep getting louder and louder if Hurts were to hit any sort of struggle throughout the season.
When I meant like if Hurts would exactly feel the same way as Wentz, I'm just saying would, as a competitor, any competitor, if you bring somebody in, like they talk about Joe Montana when they brought in Steve Young, and Joe Montana is like, I'm Joe Montana, but you still brought in Steve Young, which was a weird situation because Steve Young sat on the bench and marinated for a couple of years. But the fact that they ended up moving on from Joe Montana is wild. But I'm sure there was tension there, but it's just weird. Because I'm just saying from like, I think Fields is a better option than Pickett.
I'm honestly more confused about Pittsburgh's perspective, to be honest with you. Like Pittsburgh trades for what did they see in Russell Wilson to trade for him and then feel like they're so confident in Russell Wilson and he's the guy?
I think I'm more confident. Go ahead.
Can't hear you, Prime.
We can hear you, Prime. Still can't hear you. I just feel like I feel like that was a good move for them.
What? Why?
Why not?
I mean, I guess they acquired a third-round pick, but they still need a backup. That was going to be their guy. They drafted a first-round pick on him a couple of years ago. That's kind of a failure.
Maybe
moving him for that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they cut ties. My thing is cut ties when you can. If you feel like he's not the guy, then
I forgot about our boy McKee. He can fight out with Kenny Pickett.
And I'm not mad at McKee. I liked his ball placement during preseason.
Yeah,
I wasn't mad at Tanner McKee. I was more interested to see more McKee than Mariota, to be honest. Now the other thing is this is what other people are talking about. That maybe the Steelers are trading for Justin Fields.
I mean, that would be a good follow-up.
But it's just weird. I mean, I'm just saying. Pop says, Gail, we are QB factory. Back up 1 year and how he traded. That's when I talk about Fields in the sense of like that's trade value. Like I feel like people want to trade for Fields if he's sitting on our bench for a year and just marinating, and he gets in maybe one game, and we pull a. Remember when we traded what's his name to Miami, backup quarterback, and we did it twice. We did it Kevin Cobb.
Oh, I didn't realize we were going that far back.
And there was another one. Somebody old enough is gonna.
Yeah.
My brain didn't go dead. We traded him to Miami. This is what you do.
Cobb went to Arizona. No?
Cobb went to Arizona,
yeah.
But the other guy I'm talking about went to Miami. It would have been interesting. Mark asked, "Do you think it's
Philly?
Huh? Yes. See, Sports Kings knows. AJ Philly, we traded him for a second round pick, I believe. Yeah, AJ Philly. Mark asked, "Do you think Pickett could be trade bait?"
No,
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think he's here as the backup.
Eagles Philly says Russell Wilson was a free agent, so you didn't have to trade for anything, and the money that was being paid,
Can y'all hear me now?
He's still getting paid. So what were you saying, Primo? About
no. Shit, to be honest with you, I kind of.
Man. I think it's like people get I don't know, man.
Right, my bad. I remember now. I just need a minute. So was it really a trade, or was it like, just Denver, doing it to kind of like
it wasn't a trade though.
It was just he got released and then he
Yeah,
just decided to go with them. Got you. Okay.
but he's also getting paid by Denver already.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, did Mike Tomlinson even have anything to do with it too? Because I mean, the guy definitely can encourage somebody to come and play with him.
It's weird because it's just interesting that they cut bait real fast with Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
They got tired of the gloves. They're like, It was interesting that he got drafted so high.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit surprising.
David says, I'd rather have Howie get Pickett dirt cheap instead of investing a draft pick in a QB that won't play. Cough, cough. Tanner McKee. Now draft picks can be purely defense.
It's a good point. That's a good point, and you're getting them at a real solid number too.
So I'm thinking. I mean, I ended up watching some Devin White stuff.
Yeah,
he's
not feeling that great about him against the run.
I mean, as a blitzer, definitely 4.4 shows up. Speed shows up at times. He's a little inconsistent. Makes some splash plays. Bucks fans feel like like they thank him for the Super Bowl and that those first couple years were like pretty amazing, but they feel like something was off the last couple years.
You think Fangio could potentially?
I think discipline, just more discipline.
Yeah.
Some people were worried about Todd Bowles being. He's a great defensive minded coach. Why would he sit him during the playoffs at times? So yeah. I mean, if there was some. Obviously, he was a little checked out. He wanted a contract, so we'll see. I mean, he's better than anything that we have right now.
That's the bottom line right there.
Yeah,
the bottom line is that we were scraping the bottom of the barrel at linebacker, and we've improved.
My homies from that are Bills fans are like, "Tell me about Morrow, man. Did we get something good?"
No.
I mean, you got a depth guy, special team.
You got a warm body.
So I think does Howie make the move on Hassan?
It's got to, bro.
It's the icing on top.
That's the feeling you're getting.
I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm definitely all about the feeling, but yeah, I mean, like I'm sitting here patiently just waiting for that news to drop that we're gonna go ahead and extend them. With that being done, it's like Evan said, man, that'll be the icing on the top.
Then you go in to the draft after signing Hassan Reddick and think about your freedom of being able to draft. I mean, you're really just sitting there in the driver's seat. You're not picking for position. You're taking the best player available.
Exactly. And I mean, exactly I gotta say, man, that video that you ended up sending us about that Texas A&M kid, that's what I mean. Like just being able to sit back, relax, and pick somebody like that. That's the best thing about it. You don't really have to stay like so concentrated and focused. It's like Evan said, what I mean? You just go ahead and pick best person available at the time.
You know who got released? The Cowboys just released Michael Gallup.
So sad.
So sad.
If I could be real with you, I think that I mean Devontae Parker gets me as excited as the shell of Julio Jones, if I'm being real with you. I think Devontae Parker's better days are behind him. I think that's definitely something that we talk about going into training camp, wanting competition. I wouldn't mind bringing in another wide receiver here for competition.
Like Gallup? Are you saying Gallup?
I'm saying Gallup. I'm saying to the draft. I'm just saying another.
Draft, okay, not Gallup. I don't need nobody running into fences here.
Let's see here.
Nah, bro. David, I think the love for Quest pretty much ran out. We gave him 5 years of love, and that was pushing. So, yeah.
Wow. Little reunion. Andre Dillard got released.
For a reason.
That's you're just talking about depth.
Your face.
The fact that he got paid, and you know what I'm saying. He did get paid. In a 2-year career with the Steelers, following 6 seasons at Pitt, Pickett went 14 10 in 24 starts and completed 62.6% of his attempts for 4,474 yards. He also threw 13 touchdown passes and 13 interceptions with gloves.
with both gloves on.
With both gloves on. Yeah, I think Eagle fans are a little. Are you excited today that Sweat is coming back? Did I ask you about that, Brian?
I'm excited about it, man. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm a big Sweat fan. I just got to go ahead and definitely reiterate that I was just a little worried of him fitting into Fangio's scheme, but they re-signed him. It's for a reason. I was wrong. I'm glad I was wrong. I'm all about Sweat being here. You know what I mean? I got love for him, so I'm excited about it.
Sports says how he took money from Sweat to give to Hassan. He pulled a Robin Hood.
Hey, listen, I'm pretty sure, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Sweat is okay with it.
There's no way you can let Hassan move, man.
You can't, man. You can't. Especially with all these moves making, you can't.
If you're going to go all in.
Go all in.
Go all in.
Yeah.
Imagine
into the draft with this, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, you go into the draft with a team I'm already feeling this confident about. Like,
go get defensive players. I feel like the offense is pretty stacked right now.
Honestly, bro, I was on a side note, I was just getting ready to text you a little bit just to let you know, like, yo, just send me all defensive players to be looking out in the draft, because that's all I'm focusing on. I don't even give a shit about anybody offense, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, this is probably going to be one of the first drafts in a long time that we can just pretty much sit back with our hands behind our heads, like, all right, let's just ride this thing out.
Mark says, backup QB with a mullet, future Philly legend.
Chris Nady's in heaven.
He's got. No, I'm telling you, Kenny Pickett was a good dude. He was nice.
Yeah.
But then I was like, we all had Eagle stuff on, so I was like, does he think we're scouts or anything? Like, no, we're just fans, bro. I mean, you don't got to be nice. But he was actually he mentioned that him and his dad went to an Eagles game, and he was just talking about, like, you know, he's like, I love the Eagles since I was a kid. And I did find a photo of him when he was a kid with his Eagles jersey on, so you know it's legit. It's not a fake fan. He didn't jump on, you know, for clout or anything.
Yeah.
If I could find it.
Ronald's talking about needing another running back as far as positions we're looking at. I mean, I don't think he's wrong in the fact that Gainwell is ultimately at a ceiling, a running back 3. So
I think we should draft a younger running back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I think that's a day 3 thing.
Look at this guy. He looks like Lil Evan. This is Kenny Pickett as a kid. So there's a spectrum here. There's him. He didn't jump on late, so he's fully locked in.
The same jersey?
Die hard mode. Yeah. No, he had a TO jersey. Real one.
It was a TO. I thought it was 11 there for a minute. All right.
Imagine that, dude. You see Corey Clement on the timeline saying that he wants one more shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that. I mean, how's he been the past few years?
Wasn't he a rapper at one point?
Yeah, he went down that
Yay Rock
path for a little bit.
Yay Rock.
Yeah.
Andrew says, "Hello, boys. How are we?" I think on a scale of 1 to 10, knowing I got Sweat back, I'm about an 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you're not at 10 yet. 10 is when
give
you
me a sign.
Yeah, give me a sign, and then we talk Big 10.
Yeah.
I had shit to do, and then all of a sudden, Howie wants to go trade for a quarterback. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, a lot of moves have been happening. Prime, what do you think about Devin? Did you're cool with that?
I'm definitely cool with Devin. You know, I mean, I think you know, he's a great acquisition to the team. You know, I mean, I like the Super Bowl run. I went back and saw some of that video, and you know, of course, there's always going to be some negativity when you go ahead and trade somebody from, you know, the team that they were just on, coming from their fan base. But like, hey, listen, man, it's a fresh start for everybody. I think I think he'll be a good fit, and it's like you said earlier, bro. I mean, right now he's better than what we got. No pun intended, but it's the truth. Like, we need that boost, and we just got him by signing him. So, I'm definitely up for one more though. I mean, give me one more linebacker, and I think we're solid.
One thing we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about Jake getting paid, did we?
No, I think it's funny how
I was waiting for you.
I think it's funny how the last time that Jake did get paid, it was a big to do. It was oh my god, we're spending all this money on a kicker. Well, now guess what? Jake just went out and signed a contract that ties him with Justin Tucker as the highest paid kicker in the league. I don't hear a peep from anybody because Jake lived up to that contract.
Hey, if I run into Jake, I'll ask him myself, how do you feel about signing that contract? And then I'll bring it to you guys live if I could.
Love that.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that Jake is making that much money shows you what they think of him. I think everybody thinks the world of him. I think he's definitely, he shows up, man. Bringing up the roster real quick, just to show you where we're at here. Because Sports Kings, didn't we draft? Then we get a 49ers running back. We have Tyron Davis Prince, the law office.
Lou Nichols,
Kenneth Gainwell, Saquon Barkley. And look,
yeah.
Kenny Pickett.
To be honest with you, that's pretty rough. Beyond where's Boston at?
Yeah, we can still bring him back. He's out in the streets. You know the Giants are looking at him.
Oh, right.
But look at the wide receiver position here. We got Devontae Smith, Britton Covey, Shaquan Davis, Joseph Nada, Jacob Harris. Austin Watkins Jr., me and Chris Malley did an interview with him on our YouTube page. Obviously, we spoke that in existence. He's now on a roster. But he's also he's Sammy Watkins' cousin. But
Nada showed a little something last year during the preseason.
Yeah, he got injured as well. So anything stand out? What you're looking at? Any weaknesses that you're talking about on the offense?
It's that O-line, man. I still think that the O-line is the direction that Howie ends up falling into for the first round. Tyler Steen, I don't know how confident Stoutland is yet in him.
That's something to look at.
And also, you're looking at that tight end room. I was bringing that up to you guys earlier. Like, I think that's something that beyond Dallas Goedert, who has gotten injured a little bit the past few years, like, did any of these guys coming in inspire confidence?
Tight ends, your son Grant Calcaterra. We'll see. I'd like to see more out of him. Albert O. They gave him a $1 million deal, $725,000 guaranteed. No other guy's been on the damn practice squad forever. I'm not really. I do think we should bring in another. Adrian says we definitely need another tight end in the draft. So I think that's where we're at. Chase is checking in. He says, "Go Birds."
Go Birds.
That is an amazing Avi Chase has. Defensively, we're all talking about the defensive roster and some of the holes. There are new acquisitions. Bryce Huff in line. Devin White, look at him stepping right in. I mean, look what we have behind our linebackers here. Zach Bond, he's the inside-outside guy. Van Sumeren. We have Brandon Smith, Penn State alum. Look at that. All the Penn Staters on there. Look at the safety position. Mekhi Garner, Tristan McCullum.
That's and with Sidney Brown probably not going to be ready by the season start. I mean, obviously we got Gardner Johnson back.
Okay, so look at that. Now that just shows to me that's the next move. That's one of them. It's got to be someone. We saw Cameron Curl sign 2-year deal
What about the dude that was
13
suspended
million.
that we ended up signing?
McKenzie. Not McKenzie. I'm sorry. I always get his name.
Isaiah Rodgers?
Yeah, Isaiah Rodgers. Yeah.
Where's he at?
Is he on there?
No, I don't see him on here.
Interesting. I don't know why they don't have him on there. But he's on there.
And they also have Chauncey listed as a nickelback.
Yeah, so he'll give you that versatility, but I think we still need a safety. Definitely need a safety.
Warren's asking about another Temple alum. My man, Sean Bradley.
He's out on the streets.
He is on the streets.
He said we'd like to come back. But
he was solid on special teams.
Are you saying that with a Temple tone, or are you saying that just?
I mean, seeing all these acquisitions, that might be the key statement. I want to come back from quite a bit of people.
Yeah,
just throwing that out there.
Although I think that Chauncey had more buyers than Sean Bradley. No offense, Sean.
Adrian's trying to throw Reddick to the streets to get Surtain. My thing is, why would you want to trade Surtain? They need money, but not that bad. Yeah. AJ is, she said, yeah, sweaty.
How much money is Denver eating for Russell Wilson this year?
Oh, God.
I think it was like 39.
They're in rebuild mode anyway, you know?
But then what are you gonna you have an edge rusher in Hassan and like what he's almost 30.
Yeah.
Hassan is 29, right? Everyone keeps on saying he's like 30, 31. He's 29, correct?
I believe he's 29, yes.
Yep.
They're saying a lot of people are saying he's going to be 30, which they are correct, but he's 29.
Don't be trying to age people.
September 22nd.
You know?
Going to be 30.
Talking about Philly Sports Trip, shout out to them. If you guys are looking to book a trip and see the best show on turf in Brazil, the Birds take over Brazil. It's going to be a dope trip. The first part of the trip is in Rio, and then Sao Paulo. So
it's a hell of a way to start out for the new era of Eagles football.
So if you want to see the Eagles, that is more incentive to be like, damn, I can't see this. I got to go to Brazil.
Get to those beaches.
Rio, 5-star beaches, 5-star hotels on the beach. That's where we're gonna be, and then we're going to Sao Paulo, and then we're coming back home, and then we're gonna tailgate. We're gonna have a tailgate. The first tailgate of the year is gonna be in Brazil.
That is pretty wild. But yeah, definitely book your trips now.
Now, a lot of people have asked the same question that Charles is saying: is Cunningham coming back? I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, it's better than Morrow coming back for sure.
Yeah, the linebacker course. Van Sumeren. For undrafted free agent, he's made his mark.
Right. Andrew talks about, do we still got money for Justin Simmons? We were talking about this earlier. You extend to San, you get some more money back.
If Howie pulled that off,
that would be. You want to talk about icing on the cake? That's icing on a cherry.
Well, you saw, like I was mentioning Cameron Curl. A lot of people were asking for him, safety from Washington. He did sign a two-year deal that was like worth up to $13 million, which was I felt like reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if a younger guy like him got that. I mean, like, obviously he's not all pro or anything like Simmons. It's just interesting.
Let's dream. Let's hope and dream.
Well, this trade, not this trade, this signing, we're hoping for it to happen soon. Usually things have been popping off as we go live.
You're just trying to drag it out right now, so this does happen
just,
right this
moment. Just on a scale of 1 to 10, sign coming back. A sign coming back. Scale of 1 to 10.
How happy am I? Is that the question?
Were you? How confident it's gonna happen?
How confident it's gonna happen? I'm gonna put myself in a 6.5.
I'm at a 7.
You're at a 7?
Yeah, I'm at a 7.
I'm at a 10. Yo, if we're going all in, that's the move to make.
I agree with you.
You just can't let how you can't let the guy who on defense who gave you all that we asked for, did not complain.
Your brother's checking you right now. We're with you, Dwayne.
7.
Even Lil Lucky, he just said 8.
You had a 7? Yeah. He gave me a thumbs up.
Thumbs up, 7. You outnumbered to go.
AJ's checking in on with Sean Bradley. I think AJ had a crush on Sean Bradley, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I think so.
But before we get out of here, I want to give a big shout out to Conshohocken Time Bakery again. 51 years on the earth here. This bakery has been kicking it. Shout out to Celine and the family. Shout out to Bud Light for holding down all the tailgates. And shout out to Red Bull for giving us wings. I still have your case of Red Bull here.
I'll be ready for it next time I see you.
He's definitely ready for it.
This guy.
I just had Korean barbecue the other night.
You said a flex?
I'm just saying that you're the one that introduced me to that. So I just want to thank you for bringing that into my life.
I don't know if your ears were ringing the other night.
Yeah.
But I was talking about you guys.
Were you?
Hope it was good stuff.
We were eating Indian food.
Mm.
And I said, I was like, yeah, I remember taking the guys to get some Korean. I was like, do you think they could handle this Indian food?
I've had Indian before.
Have you? Look at this guy.
I mean, that one's more. You what was the one you threw at me before? Ecuadorian food. I feel like Indian food is way more common than Ecuadorian.
Yo, Prime, you had Indian food?
No, I haven't.
Would you try Indian food?
I actually my coworker is Indian and he wants to take me out, but I mean, I guess it's whoever beats me, beats it to the punch. I'll try it.
It's chicken and rice.
As long as there's something that I can go ahead and fall back to, yeah, we're good.
And bread.
Can't never go wrong with bread.
You killed those loaves of bread out in LA.
Listen, I would tear bread up. You know what I mean? If I was, God is the reason why I tear some bread up. I'm just saying.
Bro, you love the naan. It's called naan. Love it.
Right.
See, AJ, samosas are the bomb. Bro, you can. That's the next spot we're going to. Okay. Mark says life is too short. Try everything once. Ronald asked before we get out of here, how good is the cornerback that was suspended last year? Gives you special teams. He's a good returner. I think he gives you some inside-outside versatility. I think I like what I see.
Relating him to Maddox, how do you think? Do you think he could live up to Maddox's play, considering he's officially on the streets?
I mean, I think he should give you more games than Maddox.
That wasn't really going to answer the question. But,
I think.
You think he could be solid a player?
I think he could be solid. I think. I'm being hopeful.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah.
Ronald says, "Is he Maddox?" I don't know if he is Maddox. I just think I think.
You mean is he more healthier? Maybe.
I think he's definitely gonna give you more games than Maddox.
Yeah.
Pete Nathan's asking for Sri Lanka food now. Wait. If you're making it, Pete, we'll have it. But last word before we get out of here, we'll start with you, Brian. Last word.
Hey, listen. Like I said the other night, Howie's not done, and today goes to show. Yesterday as well, and I just still don't think he's done. There's a couple big signings out there that we are hoping for, and staying positive. I want to give a big shout out to my goddaughter, Niana. If you're watching, happy birthday, baby. She turns 13. We got another teenager in this world.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So I'm going to be catching up with her. And then, I'm not going to wait till Tuesday. I'm going to give a big shout out to my daughter who turns 23 this year.
Wow, you guys doing? Everyone's like, you got a 20?
Yeah, there's bad birthdays going on this week. So yeah, she wants to go out. She wants to go out this weekend to Cuba Libre. So we're gonna go ahead and get a little bit of Spanish dancing up this weekend, and then we're gonna take her out to a nice dinner on Sunday.
I like the enunciation, man.
Cool, you like that, right?
Yeah. you have to flex on it.
Hey, did you guys just see? Did you just see? They just confirmed that Cowboys did release Gallup, but they also released Von, the linebacker Von Esch.
Vander Esch.
Yeah. God, he's been on that team for years.
Yeah.
Imagine if he's like, "Hey, Howie, holla at your boy. Would you pick up Vander Esch?"
I mean,
it's a little Cowboy stank. Cowboy stank.
Got Cowboy stank to it. But...
Yeah. All right. Last word, Ev.
Yeah. Really hoping that this Hassan thing ends up coming through. Howie needs to put the icing on top of this cake. Then you go get Justin Simmons. I think that my main focus right now, I just want to see what the Devontae Smith extension is going to look like, because I think it's definitely happening this offseason, and I think that we need to figure out what the cap number is going to look like after that signing. But yeah, I hope everybody have a good weekend.
Likewise.
Hey, hopefully the news gives us something good later on. Hassan Reddick. Ev's like, hey, I'm going on a date tonight. Don't call me. All right.
It's gonna be occupado.
Okay. Hey, I'm eating dinner with the fam tonight. So I mean, today's been a good day. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you guys soon. As always, fly, Eagles, fly.
Go Birds.